Hey everybody, it's me, Jane B. Y'all know who I am, right? I am Jane B, makeup artist, natural hair care stylist, photographer. Oh yeah, I do all those great things. And so I'm here today just with a little, just words, something I was thinking about, something I just wanted to share with you regarding Black beauty, because I'm all about celebrating Black beauty, especially feminine Black beauty, womanly Black beauty. But anyway, so I was thinking about nappy heads, honey, and I was thinking about how one time someone came to me and they brought their child, and when they brought their child to get their hair done, hello out there, when they brought their child to get their hair done, they were trying to get their hair back into health and things of that nature. And so the mother was talking about the child's hair. We were just having a conversation. And she started talking about her hair in the most derogatory way imaginable. She was like, yeah, because her hair's so bad with her nappy hair. And the way, hey, Carrie, and the way she was saying it, every time she used the word nappy, it was like she had a scowl, that nappy hair, that nappy. It was like that. And so I just said, Mother, like, I just had to stop. I said, we don't say that in front of the kids. So I put my ears in front of the little girl, and I said, we don't say that. Now, keep in mind, the little girl was just sitting there. She was just, playing on her little iPad or whatever she had. But, of course, while she's playing on her iPad, you think they're not paying attention, but kids are hearing everything you say. And kids are hearing the way their hair is being talked about. Now, keep in mind, her hair was coming back into health. I had it, we were working on it. It was starting to grow, but it wasn't carried through. It's almost like with school. Like when you teach kids learn in school, the parents now have to pick up. Once they, get home, the parents now have to take that mantle and continue teaching the children. And it's the same way with their hair. If they're going to get it done at a hair salon, then you have to continue to nurture the hair, love the hair, be nice to the hair. So I was raised, and thankfully so, in a situation, hi Donovan, I was raised in a household where hair and skin color was really never talked about. So it wasn't like a part of the conversation. And I think it's because my mother has very long hair, and my mother's the one that got their hair. The people that got that long hair, and they be like, this hair's getting on my nerves because it's so long, like that. So she's one of those types with the long hair, but it's so long it's getting on her nerves. So all I've seen growing up was long hair, my mother's own hair. And so, hey, and then my siblings, my sisters, one of my sisters, she did hair. She would do our hair and press our hair. And so we would say stuff like, our hair's too curly, you gotta straighten it. We would say stuff like that. But like in terms of, like, we knew that there was like a curl pattern in our hair, but we didn't know it in those terms. We just knew like, okay, it's curly, but we want it straighter. But it wasn't because we thought straight was good or straight was bad, or like good hair. Those terms wasn't used in my house. Like good hair and you blacky and all that, all that stuff wasn't used. So I feel like I'm one of the more fortunate ones that particular type of Black culture that could happen a lot of times wasn't a part of my culture in my house as far as that goes. So in turn, now that I'm a natural hairstylist, okay, Donovan, get it going. So me as a natural hairstylist, the more I do it is the more I really fall in love with just the idea of being able to be a part of a Black woman's life as she journeys into, reclaiming and loving her own hair. Because, as a culture, we have been taught. And what happens is the dominant society since back in slavery has taught us that our hair is ugly. They've taught us that, we're not pretty enough, we're not good enough. And now they don't have to say anything because we have taken the mantle. We have taken the mantle of we're not good enough. And the thing is, as a group of people, a lot of times when we wonder why as Black women we have the low self-esteem and the image issues and things like that, is because the things that we've heard all throughout hundreds of years has just been passed down, and it continues to be passed down. So So every time you use the words nappy head and you say it with disdain on you, first of all, what is nappy? Give me, if you know what nappy is, put that in the explanation. What is nappy? What does that even mean? That's a derogatory term. Kinky. Okay, I'll take kinky because I use the word kinky to describe hair. But when I use the word kinky, because I always say to my clients, I said, you got that good hair. Because we love kinky hair. We be like, you got that good kinky hair. You know, whatever. But it's never used in a way like what traditionally good hair was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So, the thing is, we've taken on the mantle of the dominant society. They don't have to say anything because now we say to our own selves, we're not good enough, our hair's nappy, we're not cute, and all sorts of stuff. So what do? As a result of thinking our hair's nappy, as a result of thinking we're not cute, as a result of all of this stuff, we put the add-ons. See, and now what's getting crazy is that it used to be just grown people put on wigs, and grown people got braids, and grown people got weaves and things of that nature. Now the babies, why are you 3 years old with crochet braids? That don't make any sense. So now, them babies' follicles don't stand no chance. You're not giving that baby a chance. Those babies' follicles are not even they do not even have a chance of surviving because they extra tender at 3. So now by the time they are 10, they have traction alopecia. So now by the time they're 11, they in a full-blown weave. Does that make any sense? Whatever happened to the days when you had with little girls with little cornrows and the cornrows was long because they had the healthy natural hair? But because we have believed and because we have so much access now, right? Because there's a lot more access to the fake hair and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm a natural hairstylist and I do crochet braids and I do all the things like that. But best believe, when people are in my chair, they are getting the 411. And if you come to my chair and if I can see your scalp, you're not getting anything added on, I'm not putting it on you. I have told people, no, it's been documented. You can ask them yourself. If you have thin hair and I can see your scalp, I am not putting on faux locks. I'm not putting braid. I'm not doing any of that stuff because then when it rips out from the scalp, you're going to say Jane did it. You're not going to say Jane did it. I'm trying to give you the forewarning because I do believe in being honest with people. And when I'm honest with people, people have come back and said, you know what, Jane, thank you so much for being honest. Because I've told people, you're not a candidate for that. You showed me a picture of a girl with a full head of hair and you don't have no edges. You can't get that. You understand? And then we have to maneuver and create styles that will work and cover your edges that you don't have anymore because they've been snatched out when you were 3 with crochet braids. So what I'm saying to you is this. We have to start using common sense when it comes to who we are as people. Okay? The mere fact that the hair, the growth, now, if you're talking about self-love, and if you're talking about I love myself, and if you're talking about I can do it, and I'm a winner, and I'm winning, if you're saying all these things, but yet you refuse to even say that I like my hair, there's something wrong with that conversation. There's something wrong with that conversation. Now, I'm not saying you can't wear wigs, and I'm not saying you shouldn't wear weaves and everything, but I'm going to tell you this. When it becomes a part of your everyday life that you can't do without, and your hair and your edges are getting weaker and weaker, and now 30 years later when your hair starts back here, and you want now the natural hairstyles to come and create miracles, I don't think that's fair. When from now you can say out a weave a little bit, a braid a little bit, a wig a little bit, not every single day of your life, because your edges and everything else will be testifying that they're gone. And then you're going to be coming to us, the natural hairstylists, and wanting miracles. And I will tell you right now, I don't do miracles. I do what's in front of me. That's what I do. I may whisper a little prayer when you're not looking for the edges. But other than that, I work with what's there. So the first thing we have to use is common sense and realize that if God is good, and a lot of you out there believe in God and Jesus and everybody else, if you believe that God is good and God got what it takes and God got our back and He gonna perform miracles, then you also have to know that what He made is good. And you are what he made. You are what he made. He made you. All is good. That means your hair is good. I'm not saying you can't put your little whatever you need on, but to talk and say nappy and bad, and then you say that to your children, because now your children gonna have problems. So now, when they have their self-esteem is in the toilet, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I did that. I did that. Tell your kid, even if they got hair, if you can't even catch a bill, oh, this stuff is beautiful. Every time somebody sit in my chair, oh, yeah, it's amazing. Because I want to reinforce the beauty that's from within, because I know it has been beaten out of us. It has been beaten out of us by the dominant society and everybody worrying, oh, can I wear this to my job? Why is that even a conversation? Why are we even having a conversation about what I can wear to work? Why is that even on the table? And I'm going to tell you another thing. If you have a job that's questioning what grows out of your head, that may not be the job for you. Why would you go to a job that's disrespecting you just straight off the bat? I'm sorry, your hair's not professional. Oh, really? Oh, thank you. And bye-bye. And that's it. So, the second thing I want to say is, the first thing is common sense. And the second thing I want to say is, think about what you are saying before you say it. Just stop and say, wait a minute, why am I calling my hair nappy? Like, why am I saying that? Like, why? What is making me say this? I've heard it. That's why I'm saying it. Right. That's the thing. Just don't say nothing. If you can't say that your hair is miraculous and amazing, how about just don't say nothing about your hair? It's better not to say nothing than to say derogatory, negative things. Because the more you talk about the negativity, the more you're going to attract that. Every time you say a comment, it's going to be one follicle popping out at a time. Oh, my hair so big. Pop. I can't stand my hair. Pop. My hair ain't good. Pop. Next thing you know, you done. Them edges are done. And your hair is done. Right, Donovan? Because we do hair. We know. We see. It's about celebrating black beauty. That's what I really, my passions have really turned towards. Is just celebrating black beauty, because we're beautiful. I don't think there's, and maybe I'm biased because I am black, but we are some of the most beautiful people in the world. And it's just a shame that we have not embraced that. And it's a shame that we perpetuate it through the media, through the things we shared. And that's why I do love the fact that Black Panther really celebrated those women with those bald heads, and they were still fabulous. And you know, and that was the first time really that I can remember to see women like that are celebrated. And I'm so happy for that, because the beauty that was in us is just immeasurable. We are fabulous. We are fabulous. But we've been lied to. But I would encourage you to find a way to detox your brain. Find a way to detox the brainwashing that has gone on. Find a way to, even if you feel like it's a lie, look in the mirror and say, I am beautiful. Even if you think it's a lie, look in the mirror and say, I am beautiful. Then look in the mirror and say, would you say it is a realization undiscovered to many? Exactly. And then, but you know what? I would encourage you to lie. Lie to yourself, even if it feels like a lie, because after a while, a lie gonna feel like the truth after a while. So start out by saying, I'm beautiful, even if you don't believe it. Then say, my hair is beautiful. And then be thankful for your hair. Because I'm gonna tell you another thing. There are people that wish they had any hair. They don't have no hair. They've lost their hair for whatever reason. And you have hair. So just thank God for the hair, even if it's a little bit of whatever. Just thank God for it. Let me tell you a little bit about me. So my edges, Donovan, do you see my edges have grown back, girl? Where have you seen? So my hair naturally, not cause I was snatching the edges. My hair naturally is just not thick. All the young ladies, all the women in my family are like that. Our edges don't naturally grow in thick. So because they don't naturally grow in thick, you know, there's like, you know, it's very, very fragile and things of that nature. And that was one of the reasons why I shaved my hair off. I shaved my hair off in 2012, and I wore my hair shaved for 5 years. And so then I decided last year to start letting it grow. And now on this go round, I'm just more, I'm more attuned and I'm more connected to my hair and to my edges in terms of like, speaking life to my edges. And so as a result of that, they're growing back in and they're coming in. And even though I love looking at them, I see it, but I'm not sweating them too much. And thankfully, so if you see the little thinness on the edges, that's because that's just the natural way my hair grows. But with that being said, now I know how to keep, thank you, Donovan. Now my messy bun, you see my messy bun? But now I know how to keep, my hair. What you said? I lost as much of my hair, 90% to the lupus. Yes, just gone, which is why I wear weaves. So you are correct in your comment about being thankful for having any hair. Yes. And the thing is, because thicknesses, I know and I understand that. And this is never going to be a judgment about someone's health and what's going on with that. I'm talking about external things that we're doing. I'm not talking about like the internal. I'm talking about the external. The things that we are putting on. You understand what I'm saying? Things that we're creating. Scenarios like the 3-year-old with the crochet braids. We're creating that. That's not, And so that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the overall esteem. And even with the no hair due to lupus, you can still have self-esteem and be thankful and still say because Carrie, you're beautiful. So you can say, but I'm beautiful, regardless. Because it's all about the mindset. So that's the thing. So I would just encourage everyone out there, especially if you have little girls or if you have little ladies in your life that you have been put in charge over or whatever like that, that you just encourage them and speak life to them. So then they can in turn speak life to themselves. Because it starts with us. See, the change starts with us. I personally, I'm not talking about no more about what the dominant society did to us. I'm not having that conversation no more. We know what they've done to us. We know our history has been documented and people talk about it all day. But how about we're going to change the narrative, and we're going to change the narrative to say, you say I'm ugly, but I'm not ugly. You say my hair is ugly and nappy, but my hair ain't nappy. My hair is beautiful. We have to change the narrative. Change starts with a decision to say something different, a decision to change the narrative and speak life to the situation. What you say? I hear you, Jane. I was just adding another perspective. Exactly. Oh no, I know what you were saying, but I just thought I'd add that too because people would want to say, but why are you saying people have sickness and stuff like that? And it's just like, no. Ain't nobody talking about that. We're talking about things on the outside that's put on. But no, Carrie, I totally understood what you were saying. I totally understood. Yes. I totally understood what you were saying. And what I'm saying is this. Let's change the narrative. Stop talking about what they did. We know what they did to us. But now we can say, you know what? I don't care what they did to us. I'm still cute. I'm still beautiful. Because I have my moments too. Not that I don't think I'm beautiful, but I be like, oh, I wish this looked like this. Or I wish, I go through that too. But at the end of the day, I'm like, no, Jane, you cute. You're very cute. And say that. Repeat after me. I'm cute. If you know you cute, throw up a number 1. Hit number 1. Throw up number 1. If you know you cute, throw up number 1. If you still struggling, throw up number 2. If you don't think you cute, throw up number 2. But if you know you cute, throw up number 1. So that's the thing. I just thought about that today, and I thought about that parent that came and was speaking so horribly about her daughter in front of me, and I just thought about how, we have to speak life to our hair. We have to speak life to our children's hair, our daughter's hair. Boys don't have it because, boys are boys. But our little girls, we have to reinforce that their hair is beautiful. And if and when they decide that they want to wear, extensions and things of that nature, there's nothing wrong with that. But they are not bound to the extensions. They are not, they're not going to die without the extensions. See, we don't have time for that. We want options, and sometimes the added hair is an option, but it's not our life. And that's the thing that we have to, that's what I'm trying to say. I think that's what I'm trying to say, along with loving ourselves, appreciating ourselves, knowing we're beautiful, knowing we got it going on. You know, we're the most beautiful women in the world, look, in my biased opinion. But yeah, and that's it. That's all I got to say about that. So y'all know where to follow me. Y'all can hit me up with janebnaturalbeauty.com. Y'all can hit me up at on Instagram, Jane B Natural Beauty. You can hit me up on my Facebook page, Jane B Natural Beauty. Jane B Natural Beauty is in the building. I have my t-shirt. Have y'all seen my t-shirts? Black Hair Grows. Yes, you can order your t-shirt. You can order all different videos and things teaching you how to do your makeup, your brows, your eyes. Yes, so I have a digital store just for you. Yes, Carrie said once, she is beautiful. I have a digital store that you can go on and you can get some information, and you know, you can get some merchandise, get some merch, and just yeah. And I'm just gonna keep beating the drum of Black beauty, because it's what I believe in. And even if I'm saying this just to me, it's reinforcing what I believe about myself, and hopefully it'll catch fire and you can believe in yourself too, and you can love yourself too, because it really is, at the end of the day, about taking ownership of what God gave you. Okay, that's what he gave you, and just taking ownership, and that's it. That's all. Okay, guys, so have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching this on the replay, just hit replay. And I love you guys for tuning in, okay? I'll talk to you later. Bye.